Hey guys, welcome back, it's TheCardists and welcome back to Deck War. Now this was a request by George. He actually commented on one of my videos saying he would like to see the Texan playing cards versus the stud playing cards, and I thought I've been doing quite really close decks, and I thought why not do something a little bit like kind of older style decks with a different style and very kind of unique decks in a way because of when they were made and what they're about. So, a bit of background information. The stud decks were actually produced till 2011 by Walgreens, and that's just a US kind of like little supermarket, like little kind of pop-in shop. And they were just basically, since when they first began, they were like the reprints from 2006, and they were like just basically in a darker colour. So this is more so basically that was just a bit more information on studs. Now I can't give you the amount that were actually made, but all I know is they're a linen finish, they're a really thin stock, and they became quite famous, and they're really an amazing back design. The Texan playing cards is a kind of Wild West themed deck. It has like antique kind of looking pips and royalty, and also it has the Lone Star on the back design that actually originated from the 1889s. So basically really cool. This is just information I've grabbed. I haven't got a lot on this one because they're kind of harder to find information on, and there's not many reviews of them as well, so it's hard to get like information from anywhere. So I tried even looking at like, reviews and I couldn't find any, so that's the best I have for the information part. But let's get straight into the studs and let's see what that's. Okay, so first off, as you can see, it has stud just on the front of the packet there, and it's with this really dark burgundy. It has made in the USA, easy to shuffle, poker playing cards. It has linen finish, finest quality, and it has a horse, a stud, and obviously it has ace, like a royal flush there. So that's just really nice kind of what they've done there. It's a very simple looking deck straight away because it's an old style deck as well, so it's not going to have a lot of all the little patterns and the line details. It's very simple, but that's what I like. On the side it has distributed by Walgreens codes. This is actually one of the Walgreens decks. Then on the other side it has stud playing cards, and it has the barcode just there. On the top it has stud, and it has a nice black USPCC seal there. And then the back design is quite simple. It has a white border going around with this really abstract and like kind of cool back design. It is a mirrored back, so that means that if you turn it around the other way it makes no difference. Now this did come with a USPCC bicycle seal, but this one just rubbed off there. But you can see it has this nice kind of the little flicks and the pattern that's going on. Really interesting and unique and different. That's what makes this deck stand out for me from the get-go. Now let's have a look at the Texan playing cards. Okay, so first off, as you can see, the deck has like a yellowy colour to it. So if I compare it, what the hell's compare me? If I compare it to, example, the At the Table deck, this is a white deck, and as you can see, it is like an off yellow colour to make it look old. It has Texan, and it has a really nice kind of like, it's been like it's been drawn by the people that draw money. Just the amount of like the lines and the detail just in the man on the horse there, and then it has the Lone Star there, and it has first produced in 1889. It has playing cards, and as you can see, it has like the weeds and the seaweed in the background, not the seaweed, sorry, like the old kind of sand and the grass. It's really nice, and it kind of has like this crest badge there. Then you turn on this side, and it has air cushion finish, made in the USA, and then it has the United States Playing Card Company just there. On the bottom it has a barcode, and it has Texan order number 45R, and on the top it has a red USPC seal, and it has poker. The back design, as you can see, has a border going round. It is a mirrored back, means if you turn it over, now this one's got a lot more pattern in it. As you can see, it's like a lot more of leaves, like the swirly lines, really cool. The Lone Star there to form the mirrored back. And what I like is just the constant different shading of red. So you can see it's a bit darker, then lighter and white. So I think it makes it really pop. Does stand out for me, so I'm liking this deck from the get-go, as well as the stud. But what's it like when we get inside the stud deck? Okay, so first off, let's get on with the back design. So as you can see, it has a really nice white border, not too thin, not too thick, so it makes really nice fans. Well, it did, obviously, after it's been used for quite a long time in my collection. But you can see it has this nice pattern. It's really hard to describe. You have like this style with lines there, all this different kind of little artwork with the little lines and the swirly lines, and that's what I think makes this deck. It's just all different unique things that you don't normally see put onto one back design. As you can see, it looks like there's arrows there. just to form arrows there. It just looks really, really different and unique, like a crown. It's a really, really nice back design. It's very abstract, unique and different, and I like that. Then you receive a advertisement cards for Walgreens, so there you go, Walgreens. And then you receive 2 jokers, and as you can see it has stud and it has joker, and these are just literally a horse, like on the back of a horse cart, and you can see it's got its head sticking out and it's also got leaves in its mouth eating leaves. So really, really cool, 2 identical jokers. There's plenty of tricks that you can use for identical jokers. Then you get these amazing kind of pips. These are like the Arco pips, I believe they're called. But you can see it makes them a lot more different. It has stud and it has this nice ace of spades and it's like faded the horse in the middle there. And it has Walgreens just in the bottom and it has like this code. When you move on, you can see the pips are just standard, like you know, the standard pips there. And then you get the Jack, Queen, King, and as you can see it has Jack, Queen, King with the colorization, a bit different with the faces as well. Really, really nice with the reds, the blues and the yellows. It makes it stand out for me, and I like these. It just suits like the structure and the name of the deck. The same with the hearts as well. They really appeal to me, even with the chunky kind of faces that they have. Even with the heart, as you can see, it's quite chunky compared to normal. Even with the clubs as well. They're like, all these with the clubs are quite thin, as you can see, quite petite. And then the same with the diamonds, they go quite chunky there. So that's what I like. I like that this deck's not like most decks where they're just standard. This is a standard deck, but the way they've done it is like such a nice. I love because it's a simple deck, so it means you can perform with it. And I like when they do chunky pips for some reason. It's just one of my things that I for some reason like with decks of cards. But let's see what the Texan deck with holds. Now the deck is actually coloured in yellow, so it makes it look even older, and it suits the theme of the deck as well. It's meant to be like an oldie style deck. So yes, first off from the back, this deck suits it because they've continued with the colour inside. So big thumbs up for that. You can see it has a yellow border going round and it has the red. But I think the red and the yellow kind of clash. It kind of looks like, it's kind of hard to describe. It just doesn't look very nice with the yellow and the red. Would have been nice if they did it white. Yes, it's good that they've stuck with the idea. But what I think is it just looks a bit disgusting. It looks like it's been used quite constantly and someone's put it all in their mouth. It's just not that nice. But you can see the back design has the leaves in it, as I was mentioning, with the Lone Star there. So there is bonuses on that point. But it's just, I think that the colour of it is just, it's not like a nice yellow, as I would say. But then you turn over and you can see all the faces are yellow as well. So there's no difference in the faces wise, it's just been changed to the colour. You can see it has this old style Joker logo there, and as you can see you get 2 identical, has 45, this kind of like lasso going round. You have the horse there and the man, 2 identical cards, really, really nice, but they just, no reveal there, that's fine. Obviously the stud neither had one, and it's made to obviously look old, this deck. It has Texas number 45, because this is the number of the deck. As you can see, this is why I had 45 there. It has brand of US Playing Card Company. It has trademark number 8303, and it has the United States Playing Card Company in like this old-fashioned writing with a one of their big old chunky aces that they used to have back in the olden days. Then you get on with the pips, and as you can see, Arco pips as well. Same ones I used for the blue crown, the big chunky ones that we just saw on the studs. That's why I did it, because they both have the Arco pips. And you can see the Jack, Queen, Kings don't look as nice or pop as much on the yellow card back, but that doesn't really matter that much. Even with the hearts as well, they do look really nice with the chunky pips. So I've got to admit that I love the chunky pips, as I have stated. But you can see the clubs are exactly the same, and even with the diamonds. And also, I did also say you do get 2 advertisement cards that are yellow as well. So it's not like they've just put those to white, but yes, this deck's okay. I don't like the yellow idea. I know it's made to make the deck look old, but I think it makes it look like it's been used. If you're like someone here, you go, they're going to think that deck has been used to hell. But Leslie, who's Leslie? Let's see if the stud deck is like good for handling. Okay, so let's see what this deck's like for handling. So as you can see, I have used this deck for quite a long time, so even the dribbling of this deck has given up. But think how long I've actually had it. I've had it before the start of this channel, and it's still going quite strong, I have to say, but it is giving out. Springing on this deck is okay, but it has a thin stop, so I've got to admit it will wear out. But obviously, you've got to expect that after you've had it for over 2 years. Cutting with the deck is easy, it's still able to cut as well, there's no problems with that. Even with the riffle shuffling as well, there's no problems with riffle shuffling, it does that with a breeze. Even fanning with a deck is not a problem, apart from it is clumping a little bit now, but that is understandable. Even doing a Pharaoh is easy and still is able to do a Pharaoh, and actually quite a nice giant fan for a deck that's still been going for 2 years. We can do a one-handed riffle shuffle, and you can even do cuts as I was stating, and a Charlier cut, and a card reduction. Still does that all well, and it can still do the old double lifts. So that's what I like this deck for, it still keeps going. Even spreading with this deck is a breeze. So let's have a look at the Texan playing cards. Okay, so let's see what this deck's like for handling. So this is a different stock. Okay, so let's see what this deck's like for handling. So first off, this is a different stock, so that means it will handle a little bit differently. The dribbles are better, but as you can see, this deck I've only had for less time, and I've used this deck less than the studs deck. Then you can see cuts as well are really, really nice. This deck does that easy. Even riffle shuffles, it has no problem there, but why would it? You can even do a Pharaoh, and you can do a giant fan as well. Does an okay giant fan, but that was just me because I missed to do that part of that Pharaoh. We can also do card, Charlier cuts. Flourishing with both decks, by the way, is possible, but the stud deck's quite thin, so it'll be hard to keep the packets in like the same place. But you can also do double lifts of this deck, and really, really nice colour changes, and there's no problems there. That's what I really like about this deck. Apart from, even if you turn one over, you wouldn't notice anyway, because the colour of the back is exactly the same shade, so that's a bonus to the deck straight away there. But really, really nice, no problems with this deck I have so far. Even, as I said, card productions are easy. It's a really, really nice deck of cards. But, which one is my favourite? And honestly, you guys probably know, it's going to have to be the studs. Only reason is, it's such a nice deck of cards, it lasted me so long, and I don't like the yellow on the Texan. That's the only thing that put me off this Texan deck. But other than that, they're both really amazing decks of cards, and that's why I like them. Now, obviously stud 1, they come in blue, but it's just, I think that it would have been nicer if the studs maybe were a bit thinner. I mean, the border was thinner, sorry. And if the Texans, they weren't painted yellow, I would have loved them then. But other than that, these decks are both great decks, definitely worth to grabbing. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys, and make sure you give the video a big old like just down there, and click subscribe just up there, and check out previous video just up there. That's it, enjoy the rest of your day, see you guys next one.